live. Okay, we've just gone live again, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we are experiencing some technical problems, which is nothing strange by any measure because of technology and sometimes due to due diligence not being conducted. But I can say definitely in this case, everything has been applied just to make sure that this program go ahead as planned. And we still, even though we've gone live now, I can assure you of this, but we're still having problems in terms of technical issues. So I hope you will bear with us because this interview today is very, very significant. It's such a significant interview because history definitely is in the making. That's why we've done everything possible, despite the difficulties, to make sure that this interview go according to plan. You will notice that during this interview today, I can see the thumbs up are going. That means we've been heard. So I would just ask the guest quickly, probably to just say hello and a word or two before we go to the formal introduction, just to ensure that you, the viewers and the listeners, can hear the guest. Guest, can you say something to the audience, please? Hello? Okay, there we go. So he's still not hearing. So what we're gonna okay, then brilliant. So at least I can hear you, so I'm sure the audience can hear you, which is brilliant. So we've maintained that contact for now. And now we know that it is all clear. Ladies and gentlemen, just to go straight into things because we've delayed the program a little bit, but we've got time because everything pertaining, here to the state of the country is one that is very important and one that we all have to listen to. Like I said earlier on, this is history in the making, and involving in this process is definitely the then and now. And with me here today, I've got a very young litigation lawyer, I believe, in the person of Emel Wuri, who has done something historic. This young man, who will be speaking for himself in a matter of seconds, if not minutes, has done something which, like I said, is already written. It's a legacy, if you like. He's brought indictment charges or forwarded documents to the International Criminal Court against a sitting president. This is no small feat. I want us to understand the magnitude of what the man has done. So he's going to be telling us why he's done it, what brought about this, what motivated him, what's inspiring him, etc., etc. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce, okay, seems like there's still audio problems. Any chance you hearing me now? Hello? Hello? Okay, you can hear me. So we can see that it's going to be playing up and down. Okay. No, I'm just introducing you. So since you can hear me now, just go ahead and introduce yourself, please. Okay. O- Okay, let me pause you. Let me pause you there, Mr. Wuri. So, Mr. Wuri, let me pause you there for a minute, okay? If you don't really mind, because I can see that you are in your elements now and you're flowing. And I'm sorry that I have to interject in there. But it's obvious that you've created the premise, which I wanted to do, a background, a perspective, if you like, which you've laid. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are just joining in, this is an interview here with the young litigation lawyer, Mr. ML Wuri, lawyer ML Wuri. We need to understand the background here, which is about the International Criminal Court vis-a-vis the government of Sierra Leone and the Sierra Leonean government, the ICC, which is the International Criminal Court. We need to understand that this court was formed to prosecute serious crimes, which you heard the lawyer laying the background earlier on. And lawyer, I want you understand as well, say we go the flow between English and Creole because we want to let people upline as well, go to read and talk there. The reason why we go into English as well, because on this program, we can always get some foreign nationals, them with foreign friends, then we can listen with man them, India man them, Lebanese man them, they're all day at this particular platform. So the ICC was formed, as I was saying, for take action against serious crimes which are committed, by governments, because governments then get power. And they talk about heinous crimes then we so undignified. And because now they didn't power, it's difficult for them to take actions against themselves. So on this basis, about 120 countries met in the capital city of Italy, which I believe is Rome, back in 2002. And the effort we come out them born this particular International Criminal Court, despite the difficulties, because many people stand against them. So even as we speak now, the United States of America, very powerful country, say when they support you, you get backing from the higher source, and another powerful country like Russia, they're not signed up to them because, of course, the essence of the International Criminal Court, now for whole countries and governments accountable for crimes against humanity. So like I say, 120 countries come together. So the idea behind the ICC, as you don't already hear, now for put in place legal, listen to the word, legal, which is what the lawyer and in group, the diaspora group has done, for put legal norms together for bring charges of war crimes, genocide against humanity, things that were not acceptable by the civilized society. Anyone committing such a crime under the ICC must be held accountable. This is not so the ICC say. So just for go back to the lawyer, on whose basis where you bring these charges, this paper, where you don't send to this international court, criminal court, against a sitting government, a sitting president, for that matter, on whose basis, whose kind of crime? Because you get genocide, you get crimes against humanity, etc., etc. Do you help the audience, here for understand the basis on which you bring this thing against the president of the republic? Yeah.
I hear nothing about the interview.
You know,
we can't hear you. Can you rectify this sound, please?
Sorry, say that again, Aminata.
We can't hear the interviewer, the lawyer.
Okay, so na me no more, na the hearing. Okay, thanks.
With knowledge of the attack, for instance, murder, extermination, enslavement, etc. The law starts with just the two, or law just take the one, murder. Under crimes against humanity, we don't get a systematic attack under a civilian population. The prisoners, they will die. Now civilians them, and they kill them. That is murder. So I don't get two out of all these posts. And they go to the third one. People learn Article 8, war crimes. What do war crimes mean? When, as part of a plan or policy, or as part of a lasting commission of such crimes, for instance, willful killing, torture or inhuman treatment, willful causing great suffering or serious injury to body or health, extensive destruction and of properties, for instance, the burning of Pandemba Road, and children get some evidence of saying that the prison officers there burn Pandemba Road. So, I mean, in conclusion, we get a very strong case. We get a very, very good case in the sense that these three articles then of the International Criminal Court, we call ICC, don't put all the three categories there. We don't see all the underlying structures then, waiting the government on. They don't kill a lot of people then as alert, where not so as alert, it is evidently clear that prisoners that die, not also Mr. Presenter.
Yes, sir.
And for the facts of the matter, we realize that the special bodyguards to the president, they come and restore the situation by killing or massacring the people of Syria, the innocent civilians. So, all of these issues don't do for capture the government and those the perpetrators or the people that were responsible for committing heinous crime there against the people of Sierra Leone. And some of we don't ready for sacrifice, whatever it takes for ensure that the people of Sierra Leone then get the justice and equality where they deserve. Okay, the reason why we decide to go to the International Criminal Court,
because we realize here, out of the survey where I don't conduct, together with my group, we realize that the institutions in Sierra Leone were supposed to protect the human rights of the people of Sierra Leone are weakened at this point. Be it through politics or the attempt to muzzle people, like people that are not for talk, because before this time, before this government, we realized that other previous governments, we have a lot of civil society from Pakaba in time. Up to this time, we get a lot of civil society, they go to radio, they talk, you realize that
at this current period in time, you don't see civil society talk anymore. Even Amnesty International, where they have written letters to Amnesty International, have written letters to other civil society of human rights organizations, but they cannot talk at this point in time because they are afraid of being repression or, then they shut them out. And this should not be the case. So that's why we don't take this matter. And guess what? You know what's interesting out of all matter? When man gets what you call a law, the propensity to commit further violence. In criminal law, this is not a specific issue where we try to look and try for realize, okay, this person, they don't do this thing. For instance, we get allegations where everybody know, for say in 1992, the current President Julius Maada Bio,
yeah, Mr. Kabo.
Yeah, go back to what you touched earlier for the staff, please.
So what did I do earlier, like 1-2 minutes ago, it been better, eh?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, go back to that point.
Okay. Go on, please. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, you know the sound.
Yeah, I know you say for go. You say for go back.
From
Listen.
the guests, we don't hear anything from you.
Yeah, listen now. You the area. Listen right now. You the area now. Any chance?
No, that's it.
Oh my God.
there are issues of human rights here.
These are matters that are a cause for concern because this don't continue to look at the atmosphere
right now. Let's take this out of anything. Today, I got a lawyer from Sierra Leone call me and say, in the French Assembly, thank you. I said, what is the point of you telling me thanks for? He said, well, even we lawyer there now, Salon, we not get my talk again because we're afraid. Then you harass me, they want to kill me, So, these things have to stop. What we want for Sierra Leone is for everybody to be able to live amicably, forget a peace of mind and peaceful situation, peaceful environment, and everybody gets freedom. If somebody needs to get justice, they forget justice. So we set example now on this government for sure that and say this is how it should be done. And trust me, Madabio is definitely going to be indicted. I'm telling you this. I'm telling the whole public, I'm telling the whole Sierra, my credibility, I'll put it at stake to ensure that President Julius Madabio is indicted together with all those other powerful perpetrators. That is what I want to emphasize on at this point, Mr. Presenter.
Okay. We don't lost your sound.
And you get me now.
Yes, you're clear.
Yes. Yes. So sure.
Yeah, go on with it. Yeah, go on.
Okay. Yes.
So yeah, okay. I get what you say. You make the point that you stake your credibility as far as you're concerned. The President of the Republic of Sierra Leone will be brought to account because of crimes against humanity.
And I repeat that you're staking your reputation, that come what may, the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone will be indicted because of crimes against humanity. So we get
let me just correct you on that. You know that I'm correctly.
Yeah, please do.
But the president and the government officials, together with all the powerful perpetrators of human rights abuses in Sierra Leone, they face the International Criminal Court. Because the fact remains, the international community, they're currently aware of the situation in Sierra Leone. I have sent a communique to all people, the stakeholders that matter. You know, I've sent it to Justice, I've circulated it everywhere. So, like, they've been monitoring. And even not for me, other Sierra Leoneans are there that have done the same, even before me starting to do anything. They've complained, even the British Coyle, who is a British parliamentarian currently, is aware of our problem in Sierra Leone. So for me to take this action is just like what they say, an ice in a cake, something like that. You know what I mean? So, but just make the thing sweet for the people of Sierra Leone. But I mean, the key reason for me for go further with this matter is because I'm tired of hearing the cries of my people in Sierra Leone. I mean, the people of Sierra Leone need justice. They need peace. They need equality. They need to have trust in the institutions like the police. This is not nowhere to be seen anymore. You know, the police that used to be the force for good now have been acting with high-handedness over the civilian population that they should be protecting. You know, look, for instance, the arbitrary arrest of Dr. Sylvia Blythe. This is just an aside. Okay, well, it is not an aside. It is a very, very important matter. You know, I saw the press release of the police today. They said, well, their intention was just to investigate Dr. Sylvia Blythe. But I mean, you arrested somebody without providing any reason and any ground. That should not be the case. Here in Europe or elsewhere where civilization is, and I cannot say Sierra Leone is not civilized. I will not dare to say that, you know, because we are the same people who live in the global age. Before a policeman arrests you, they have to provide a ground and a reason for the arrest. Then you go and maybe after seeing your solicitor at the police station, they will discharge you, they will give you bail, then you go there later, they will follow the due process of the law by inviting you to court and subsequently charge you guilty or whatever. Then, I mean, you've been convicted or whatever, but now it is not the case.
So, Lawyer Wuri,
yes.
if you can hear me, let me push back on that. Lawyer Wuri, hello?
I can hear you. Yes.
You can hear me, okay. I just wanted to push back on that a little bit.
On what?
Okay. It's just the case that you made earlier. The case that you made earlier, Lawyer Wuri, is what I want to talk about, you know, in terms of arbitrary arrest. Yeah. One will understand because you made mention like contrasting views between, okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
hear you. Okay, I'm just talking about the case that you made about a minute ago regarding arbitrary arrest, mentioning people like the arrest of Sylvia Blythe. In other words, you're trying to recreate a situation in which the rule of law is kind of absent. And the reason why I said I wanted to push back on that, because you equally try to make contrasting views between Europe or the Western world as with Africa. But one will have to think that the situation right now as it is not normal. It's not normal in the sense that there is a state of emergency, if you like. The Constitution, as far as we understand, is suspended. The President of the Republic has got extreme powers, and the Parliament of Sierra Leone is complicit in exactly what is happening because they never pushed back when the president did call for the 12-month state of emergency. So the point I'm trying to make is the situation is not normal in which the Constitution is there to protect the people. It's now suspended.
This is what I was saying, like they used to say, power corrupt, absolute power corrupt, absolutely. And I beg to differ from the fact that you're saying Parliament is complicit. I will not go to that line because the parliamentary procedures were based on the Constitution of Sierra Leone, 1991 Constitution that should be followed, were flouted by the government. Because what the parliamentarians, I can understand your point to say Parliament was complicit, because they wanted to, because yes, the president had the right to declare an emergency, but in a situation that is not like this, even if that has happened, it should be for 7 days. Then after the 7 days, that should be taken to Parliament again and debated, but that never happened. Well, it's not to my knowledge. That did not happen. So, but actually, that is not the point. The point here is, now the world is facing a global pandemic, that's the COVID-19. So, if you are a government that is very serious about the lives of your people, I think the best thing you should be doing at this point is not arresting. Other countries are, releasing their prisoners because they want them to, protect the lives of people, but you cannot compromise the health, safety, and well-being of people at this point in time, arresting people. For instance, look what happened before even the arrest of Sylvia Blyden came about. Okay, for the people of Sierra Leone, before even the arrest of Sylvia Blyden came around, we realized that a prisoner was taken to the Pandemba maximum prison, and the moment they started doing that, they said the prisoner, they had a suspected case of COVID-19 at the prison. So why would you not take the measures beforehand? You know what I mean? Stopping this arrest and fighting to protect the health and safety, the well-being of your people, and when you let that and go start arresting people, put them in prison, then you compromise the health. And that's reason you have opposition members. Well, this is what I'm telling you, that it is willful killing because it amounted to war crime under Article 8 of the ICC statute. Because at that point, let's assume now, since the Biden has been detained, and if any issue come up with the coronavirus issue, when God will never allow that to happen, but let's say she gets coronavirus and die at this point in time, whose responsibility is that? Because exactly, because the point is, look, the SLDP government think I am so, they might not see me as a nice person at this point, but never mind, but I'm doing them a favor. Calling for the immediate release of Dr. Sylvia Blyden and all those other 7 or 8 members of the opposition detained should be a blessing to the president if he release them now. Because should anything happen, that will just add up to the charges towards what is currently on the table for his indictment.
Yeah, let's talk about Dr. Sylvia Blyden a little bit, because she's a key figure. She's a key figure right now. And the government will equally say that they've got a responsibility. And looking at what I've heard regarding charges that has been brought against Dr. Sylvia Blyden, which is like inciting the public into something which we're still trying to understand. They will say that they have to extract Sylvia Blyden from that situation in which she will not be in a position to incite the public. Are you saying that the government has just gone on to arrest Sylvia Blyden without... Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so you get my point. But you get my point.
Yes, absolutely. Let me expound on that a little.
Please.
The fact here is, everything regarding the arrest of Sylvia Blyden is completely abhorrent. It's disgraceful. It is a public disgrace for this government. Trust me. Looking at the fact that I mean, you cannot arrest somebody for a crime that the person has not done and detain the person for a crime that the person has not done. You said you are arresting the individual or Sylvia Blyden for incitement and subversion when at the end of the day, during our arrest, you did not provide these reasons and whatever to the person being arrested. So that's alone. That's in UK we have cases in court where just just a bit of a little mistake a police officer or constable will make in terms of providing the enabling situation for or where the rules are not followed in regards to the interview or arrest of a suspected person or a person that is of interest to for the law for committing a crime is something the court will definitely throw out because of procedural mistakes. If you make a bit one mistake in terms of procedure, in terms of arresting, questioning, and detention of a suspect, then the court will really that's
lawyer,
the case. Yes.
Lawyer, okay, can you hear me now, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Doesn't this take us back to the fact that the Constitution, technically, because you're a lawyer, so the language that you're speaking is kind of technical, but doesn't this take us back to the fact that the Constitution does not exist at this point in time, so therefore the government can flap the rules because the president has got extra powers, and therefore they are taking advantage of that extra powers under the circumstances of a public health crisis to which the president has declared a national emergency, and the parliament of Sierra Leone, they acquiesce to it. So it's under these circumstances that it doesn't look like Sylvia Blyden was the first, neither does it look that she's going to be the last. What happens in this kind of circumstances? We know you've gone on to bring charges against the president, which you forwarded to the International Criminal Court. And hopefully with time, we'll see what the results are. But in the meantime, what is happening on the ground? How do people change the situation on the ground? Can you advise, please?
Yes, I can advise. Constitutional provisions that are entrenched can never or should never be flouted. Like, let's say, Chapter 3 of the 1991 Constitution, which talks about the recognition and protection of fundamental human rights and freedoms of the individual, gave Sylvia Blyden that protection. In case you are not aware, under Section 15 of the Constitution, I'll read it for you, or for the benefit of the people of Sierra Leone. Whereas every person in Sierra Leone is entitled to the fundamental human rights and freedoms of the individual. That is to say, has the right, whatever is race, tribe, place of origin, political opinion, color, creed, or sex, but subject to respect for the rights and freedoms of others for the public interest, to each, all, and all of the following: life, liberty, security of person, the enjoyment of property, and the protection of law, freedom of conscience, of expression, and of assembly and association, respect for private and family life, and protection from deprivation of property without compensation. These are all flouted. These are all things that apply to Sylvia Blyden. They have all been flouted. And it's a fundamental human right. It is not something that they can give to you. It is not about what constitution is suspended for some people, and it is a fundamental right. It should not be taken from you. These are rights that are entrenched because for us to be civilized human beings, to live in a place like people, like human beings, these are the fundamental things that nobody should play with. So if you cannot just come and be president in Sierra Leone today and say, oh, I'll suspend the constitution because tuberculosis or measles came to Sierra Leone and you start to arrest people illegally and you say, oh, because I've suspended the constitution. No, that is not the case. Because people still have their fundamental human rights. They did not just say human rights because I can say, okay, it is my right to go to a party or to talk to. No, but these are fundamental rights and freedom of the individual. They should not be joking. Absolutely. And this is what the government of President Julius Maada, maybe, I don't know, but they do not understand the constitution. Maybe we should open an institution to let them,
on that exact
this is what section 15 says, and these are what the other section says.
Lawyer, on that exact point of them not understanding what the constitution says, I want to shift gear a little bit, but within the same context, because the issue here being discussed, okay, is collective.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the actions of certain individuals, because there seems to be a conflict of issues, conflict of responsibilities, conflict of understanding. They talk about within the context of the Pandemba prison break, in which the prisoners are believed, even though they are in prison, and we know now the place is called a correctional palace, a correctional place where people are meant to be, you're brought back into society, but then just going for correction. But yet they appear condemned, and even the ones the way they did, not all of them condemned. But then on the 29th of April, 2 days after independence, 59 years of independence, we see what most people refer to as a massacre will take place there. And I think even you, the lawyer, don't even say something like that. Within the same context, we see individual and where Abiwale you touch on. Example, Madam Fatmata Sawane. This is a big, okay. They say within that same context, we see certain people there. We see within that context, you didn't know, sir?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And they say within that same context, the Pandemba would prison break, where you use the word massacre, and some people still use the word massacre, where Sierra Leonean prisoners were gunned down. Not every one of them were convicts. Not every one of them were indicted, and the place is known as a correctional place anyway. But however, a lot of people lost their lives there. But we look at big names like Madam Fatmata Sawane, where happened to be a party leader, the ruling party, one of the big leaders. So she's got a name. But I want you to distinguish private and public in respect of Udana Fatmata Sawane in roles and responsibilities, not exactly as it is because you might not know, but party-wise, and a public official. Because a tape will remain contentious to this day, where 24 hours later, they come out and deny. He say the doctor the tape, but in that tape, the initial tape will come out. He say in the make policy, it incites the president. I know charges they go about inciting people, inciting and forcing the president to take actions which in many respects doesn't sound legal and lawful. But you as a lawyer, I shall say you don't listen to that tape. Will you deal with that situation there for the benefit of the audience, Madam Sawane, in tape? The confusion between a public servant and a private person belonging to a party, despite saying that you party the rule. Do you explain that to we for the public for understand their responsibility, the way they sort of they interfere with government and the party politics?
So the first thing,
apart from going into the matter, the fact that these people in MWA found themselves at the place at that part or at that time, at that particular point in time, not deserve for daily at that point, but that is not the case. The first moment when I get the audios, the first audio and the second audio, I send them to my engineer friend for do a forensic analysis, and this is the same voice completely. So those evidence are safely stored at this point. So then we'll go explain down the ICC. But now, according to the Mr. Presenter, this is serious. This This is about fighting for the people of Sierra Leone.
No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, Lawyer Wuri. I'm enjoying the technical details because once you mention forensic, it's something where I write about, say. I mean, you cannot make fun of yourself in this day and age. You release an audio where you supposed for no say by magnitude of your position, you clout in a society, you for no say they can do forensic, they can do voice test, authentication, and then you turn around and that means you take the Sierra Leonean people for granted. So once you mention that, you know, it's the comedic part about, the nature of how they try for deny, which make me to laugh, but I understand the magnitude, sir. Go ahead.
Yes. So let me proceed from the point I was making. So we've done an analysis on those audios because right now we're in the process of still collecting evidence. So let me just admit here that to the people of Sierra Leone, anywhere, any side, the people that na salon, where you see government minister now, police officer now, CID person now, prison officer now, they harass people there or commit any human rights abuse against the people there. When I take a video and pictures, and please, if when I make video, when I put all the dates, like for example, say today, now the 5th of May, we see them thing that they happen just so we will get more evidence.
And the place as well, the location.
I know they get you.
No, I say just for add to what sorry, 1 minute. Just for add to what you say, you hear me now, sir? Hello?
Yes, I get you.
No, sorry for the break. I mean, just want to add there, I shall say, apart from the date and time, you will also be interested in the location. So I mean, just want to add to it.
Absolutely, thank you for that. The location, yes, and the date, when the things that they happen, just send them to the number and email them all over, or even on Facebook, because we collect evidence for ensure that all the powerful perpetrators of them will bring them to book. Because this is the only way we get we don't want to let people kill themselves again at Sierra Leone. We don't want to let people burn us again at Sierra Leone. We don't want to let people begin to go and cry to God against it. Oh, they work on a salon. Only way we want now to take a legal action against anybody who carries problems to the people of Sierra Leone. And 1 man or 2 man or 3 man or 4 man, including a woman, not to make Salon turn to a war zone anymore or any Rwanda. Because, before even I go to that, let's just give a brief list of people that we, the International Criminal Courts don't indict and don't, you get person like Abu Ghada, that they don't Ola. You get Mohammed Ali, you get Abdallah Banda, you get Umar al-Bashir, even though they found one right now, he commits crime for over 20, 30 years. But when the international community before that, in the former president, 20 years, they arrest him. You get Jim Pierre Bemba, instead of a very powerful person, may commit crimes against humanity, the international community, Trapper, Charles Blake Gude. You get a lot of Muhammad al-Gaddafi. These are all people them way if you say they're very powerful, they are untouchable, nobody will do anything to them. But at the end of the day, the international criminal courts own them. You get Lawrence back. Some people they say now, after Lawrence Gbagbo, the president, you trust me. I wonder that statement they continue for go out. After Gbagbo, now you. Then they, whether person like campus, like camp, they don't go now. Whether are they or not they, that matter they don't go. International community will continue for trace the matter enough investigation there in the open and with all the evidence. So it is not about me anymore. Anybody they will further in case they only accept the presenter. But you know what thing? The greatest disappointment Now, una the journalists and a salon. I'm sorry if I therefore offend anybody, but una they see that kind of thing that they happen in the country, and una the media people then, una they comply, una be in complicit with the government of Sierra Leone, waiting at the point of una being accurate, credible, and sort of independence in that country there. Una allow the institution of Sierra Leone to be used by politicians, because at the end of the day, they come una as journalists and you now military position, they una feel say that is it, una abandon the people of Sierra Leone. Well, that is the reason why we, some of you don't step in or save the people of Sierra Leone. Because if the journalists are now supposed to be talk, now salon, they're not able to talk again. Be it maybe they disgrace for their life, okay, I can understand. For instance, Amara Fire, the journalists were used for the credible information they out fearlessly. They all and the Peter, the young one killer by Sugamane. I know they make allegation, it is reality. You get people like Thomas More Conte or Kuruma also, a young, very vibrant, intelligent, young activist. Was there, I mean, if SPP encourage all the people and the government of Sierra Leone that are sorry. Let me don't offend people. The government of Sierra Leone, she say, people, if you get a strong opposition, you get a strong activist group, so God, the country go better. Because the activists that they're ready for expose all the things the way they go on when a bad things there, and the government is smart, they will use that opportunity for help them things they get and make the people that love them. But you know will be a government, you press the people, civil society is no more, media is no more. Come on. What country is that? Well, let them go and explain this now to the ICC.
Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who just joined the platform, obviously, we don't bring indictment papers them against a sitting president, and this president happened to be the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, retired Brigadier, His Excellency Julius Madabio, and that indictment paper they don't go. And the case where the Mami they make just now within the last 1 minute, I'll pick on that. This is a direct talk to those that are in denial. Prior to this time, nothing that will be long happened before to other very powerful people. You name names. The late Colonel Gaddafi, or Omar Bashir from Sudan, Laurent Gbagbo from the Ivory Coast, Joseph Kony, the warlord from, I believe, now DRC, Charles Taylor of the Republic of Liberia. And many of these people and supporters, because these were powerful people, they kept in denial until the last moment, and some of them were shocked when it came to pass, that lo and behold, when the people power rise up, and that the lawyer they say, surprisingly, the people that are meant to hold government to account, they appear for being silent. And silence in this case means complicity, okay? Where is civil society? Of course, few journalists, them we name, we try to speak up against the system. We know what happened. Amara Fire, now one. And today, you get charges against them, some serious charges where we know say sometimes these charges are brought against journalists just to silence them. There was another journalist where he himself don't go quiet. We bring charges, not charges, but allegations against the chief minister about the embezzlement of 1.5 million. Suddenly, we don't hear from that journalist, Sal Jallo, anymore. He's gone soft, pear-shaped, and we can understand the trappings of power. But what about the people? What about the people that are in the millions? Is your journalism about humanity or is it about serving the establishment? What are the core principles? Is it about holding government to account or serving the affluent, the powerful, the rich? So today in our studio, please let me share this video far and wide because this is such an important occasion. This is a milestone. Indictment charges has been brought against the sitting president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, and evidence, mounting evidence is being gathered. So this is not to play, and we see the evidence there every day, you know, of the sufferings of with people, the sufferings, blood-cladded people, people with open wounds, gaping wounds. How long more can this continue? This is the point. This is the point. And we get a lawyer along with them group, the diaspora group, we don't bring these charges. Lawyer, let me come back to you. Is it only the president of the Republic in name within that paper, or there are others? The reason why I ask this, you hear me, sir?
Yes, I get
good. The reason why I ask this is, yes, the president at the head and he take responsibility and he answer questions for the others, because if they're not satisfied with what the others that they do now in administration, he reserve the right for fire them, just like how we get the responsibility for hire and people in sanity pleasure and fire when they're no longer there in good books. So one such person, now the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, who is running amok na the tongue, like the sheriff in the town, okay? Where it's like say, you hear me? Okay, I think say you lost the audio. You hear me now, sir? Okay, good.
Yeah.
And they talk about the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, where they run around like the sheriff in the city, where make a lot of people not even know say they get minister na the tongue, because it seems like policy-wise, now the Deputy Minister, now they cap the policy, now they come up with charges, now in they speak, now in running around seriously with most times threatening actions. So now within the same context, I ask you the question whether it's only the President of the Republic whose name is on your indictment sheet, or are there others?
Well, I'll answer you clearly. It's not just the president. The president, Julius Madabio, in the first person in the indictment list. The second person will be at the greatest responsibility right now, according to how the matter they unfold.
Yeah.
Now the women's leader of the SLPP. I'm not going to call him, but I will call position.
Yeah.
The other institution where now a matter of interest now the head of the police.
Wow.
The other institution with now a matter of very high interest now the Deputy Internal Affairs Minister. The third institution with now a matter of interest to the ICC now the head of the CID. The fourth institution where the other institution where a matter of interest now the head of the National Security, whether it called ONS. And the other one, now the Minister of Lands. And the second to last, now the First Lady, because we get evidence from in Facebook, from an audio where already we don't verify, say, indeed, now in picture, now in SSL, they talk, it said, this is the time for more justice, now salon. And that matter, it will go explain to the International Criminal Court before the lawyer said, what do you mean by mob justice and waiting just happen now in a salon, where you get opposition members being arrested, they go kill over 11 or 14 or 49 people there and Road prison. Then also you get the arrest of Dr. Sylvia. So I mean, since the day, if you look at the pattern of events, how it unfolds. The day the first lady go, you say, okay, let there be more justice. Everywhere now you see Lema or whatever, sorry if I name names, I mean, I don't have to even call it, but you saw what has been happening.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So if you're not a judge, or if you're not a judge or lawyer, you begin document now from that point there. Somebody say, you will wait till it's like for established law. In law, we get what you call the Mensria and the so serious. The Mensria, they deal with the intention, the intent will the person get in order to commit a crime. Then the person talk and then immediately you see what will happen. So this they show you indications that no, not for the president no more. This matter they go for. This they go for all the powerful perpetrators then we don't commit war crimes or human rights abuses. We leave this say this enough for this. So it should not be. It is completely abhorrent. It cannot be accepted in any civilized society, and we don't again now for go before the defendant and tell them, oh well, if they don't see what you don't say, then say yes. I mean, we are looking at this. Then against the signatures of all those people where they kill the people that unlawfully, they said ready for stand for justice. Back up a second, so the ICC. Well, let's see if Whitman would turn a blind eye, will go kill people that so normal. But I must say, if you look at the precedent, If you I can tell you the list of people that where the ICC don't indict, where the ability the powerful percentage of in Salon at this point. If you look at money, you look at position of power, but the ICC will put that down and say, you know what, the law is supreme. The rule of law, they follow the spirit of the rule of law, that the law is supreme. Well, if we allow this thing for take place in a salon, for letting law be supreme for everybody, I believe the salon will be a paradise once more. But if we say we accept tyrannical rule, repression, so see, it's me a government minister, my neighbor is he make noise. I go beat up with Mr. Diamande. Come on, why look at here, Boris Johnson or the British Prime Minister? You see everybody they concerned. Even the Christmas they said they slow down, we stay in that street. It just yourself, you know, because you know, say, these are not people, these are people. You have to serve them. It's just now because presidents and whatever, they are being paid by the taxpayers' money from the consolidated fund. Now the tax of people that they pay. So if me they pay you, they treat me bad, come on. What society is that? That should not be accepted. If only the big one that we don't see all these years, we have a severe abuse of human rights that they happen. You know, we grab for people of Sierra Leone, when me, I will be the sacrificial lamb for the people of Sierra Leone. Until the people of Sierra Leone get justice, until the people of Sierra Leone smile again, until the people of Sierra Leone feel say justice, equality, freedom, human rights has been restored before some of people. Even if SLPP or APC come again that power, or you, be president, that country, you treat the people of Sierra Leone bad, I will take you to court and I will ensure that you face justice. Maybe law will tell me now, say, okay, the President Julius Maada did not commit war crime under the ICC statute, or did not commit genocide, or did not commit crimes against humanity, then I will get peace of mind because so with that being said, I will say we did on course, and these people we I don't mention, these are people of high interest, and not so they're no more behind the watch. Everybody in the salon right now, so elect somebody unconstitutionally, we don't take over but if they elect people unconstitutionally, make video, we take also, we send them to we. So we say we use that evidence there for pursue justice for una, you know. So this is the situation at the moment.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Back again to Famulem na the chat. Back again. Okay, I still make a point. Back again to Famulem na the chat room. Okay. Please, let me share this video. Don't be selfish. Let's share this video. This is huge. Indictment has been brought against the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio. Within the context of recent happenings in the country, left, right, and center, okay, vandalization, political intimidation, the rights and abuses of the people, it seems like it doesn't, exist any longer. Everywhere you turn, it's like people are being brutalized, even in their own homes, in their front porches, on their verandas. They seem, to be a victim of the state. And these are just facts, and the lawyer has said, these things have been documented, and this is what is going to be brought as a matter of a case, a legal case that has been laid down in front of the international community, specifically the International Criminal Court, which is charged with the jurisdiction of dealing with such issues such as crimes against humanity. The brother even went on to define that for us, along with genocide, okay? What constitutes that? He's already broken that down for us, those of us that are not lawyers. But it's so basic that I must say we all the get up. And I want to say this again over and over. The brother also went on for mention certain things which define for less Sierra Leoneans that they capture as at this point in time, which is very powerful people, just like the position that the current president occupies. Previously, other people have been occupied the same position, in fact, even more powerful in terms of people are even more powerful than what the current president is. I mean, they're all in a head of state and etc., but even more powerful than the current head of state in terms of money, in terms of population, in terms of geopolitical connections, globally and etc. The president, Mr. Uri, do you hear me now?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
In terms of the presidency, but all the people there, what the man mentioned, we call names again, probably for one last time. Laurent Gbagbo, the former president of the Ivory Coast. That's Laurent Gbagbo. We get the former president of Libya is dead now, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. We get Joseph Kony, the Ugandan warlord or Zairian warlord. We get many other people. The great,
You get
James Pierre Bemba from DRC. Yes, exactly.
But anyways, waiting one for the slogan where
So let him go viral right now to help me with the cause of fighting for the people of Sierra Leone. If the people of Sierra Leone really love the fight, we are take upon mission for them. Let them always continue to use the slogan after Babu Nadio. After Babu Nadio ICC.
There's a lot of people watching you now and hearing you say that, and I can promise you that thousands more are going to hear what you just said. And we will try to see whether we can do a close-up on that particular side, which will then cascade, around and see whether that will capture the imagination of the people. Because you have done your part, like you're saying. You've already done your part, and the rest, is for others to pick up the mantle. The race is not, to the swift, but those that endure it to the very end. So thank you very much. Yeah, go on. Hello.
Yeah. I did get you.
So as I say, the race is not to the swift, neither the battle for the mighty, but it is for those who endure it to the end. In other words, you've started the course. You don't have to be the one who finishes the course. You have to look at great men like Malcolm X. You have to look at great men like the Reverend Martin Luther King. He said, I've been up the mountains. The Lord has spoken to me. I can see that you will enter the promised land, but I don't have to be there with you. I may not be there with you, but I can see that you will enter the promised land. And I'm sure the people of Sierra Leone are hearing you, because the people of Sierra Leone obviously have been crying out for something. And this is what the ICC is about. For those who, because there is a clause within the ICC which says that if such crimes can be adjudicated upon within the country judiciously, then there's no problem for them to intervene. But in this case, it is not so. So therefore, the ICC has got a mandate to look at complaints brought against the sitting government. Let me go down a little bit.
Let me just polish your position.
Yeah, go on, please.
Yes. So quickly, for the people of Sierra Leone, maybe get internet. So I just see waiting Article 1 of the ICC staff Article 6. It says, I will read that. The International Criminal Court is hereby established. It shall be a permanent institution, blah, 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 and have the power to exercise its jurisdiction over persons. You tell me, not just talk at that point. You tell me right now if waiting they happen as a matter of international concern.
Okay, I get call when they come in. Let's deal with this. Call. Mono, I get call when they come.
Okay, man.
So hold on right there. Mono, hold on, please. Okay, hold on there. I get call when they come in. I think this brother don't call about 3-4 different times. Let's hear what he get for say. Okay, you hear me, Mono? Okay, good. Let's hear what this brother has to say. Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out. Okay? We're not going to take call because this is so interesting. But let's hear the brother. Yes, sir, you are live. Will you identify yourself and where you're calling from, please? Yeah, but you hearing me because you get the machine on and they hearing the background.
Your call. Please try again later.
Okay. Will we continue?
Yes. So as I was saying, you did get me.
Loud and clear.
You did get me.
Loud and clear.
Yes. So the international community is very interested in crimes where get international concern. Liquidity I don't talk.
Yeah.
The jurisdiction of the courts encompass all this because the courts, the ICC, they work with the United Nations, and the United Nations, we will not be a member for the United Nations for a very long time. So everybody knows. Say this is not a matter of concern because we, the people of Sierra Leone, for instance, people in the talk can see some comments, some man they say APC, I'm not seeing APC gets to do with this or SLPP gets to do with this. This they talk about international justice for the people of Sierra Leone. I may not belong to a political party. I not ever want to get business with APC. I not ever want to get business with SLPP. Now that's make for sure the people that with true intention for say I don't belong to any political party. After studying the problems of the country, I realize say the best way Salon will go forward is to bring Pepe, which is somebody for contest for presidency by amending section 41 and 42 of the Constitution, 1991 Constitution, where say anybody before you stand for presidential position, you get to belong to a political party. Me feel say that aspect is amended in the Constitution for allow maybe if we get somebody will not belong to those two parties, mistakenly become president in a salon. He appoints in people and say, okay, 50 from APC or 10 from APC, 10 from SLPP, 10 from APC and others. Maybe we'll not get this political retribution again for say this APC against SLPP. If me now be a member of a political party like APC, I'm not going to say we'll push for this independent candidate thing. I will just become old. But if anybody gets any evidence for sure, say me now APC or me now SLPP or I ever join a political party, well, I will resign from everything where I do. Even me, I work. I promise the people of Sierra Leone that I will resign completely because my credibility is at stake. But if you be say, me not just a member of any political party, I stand for the truth and justice for the people of Sierra Leone by taking the government of President Julius Maada Bio and all those powerful perpetrators of these institutions, head of police, head of deputy internal affairs minister, head of CID, head of national security, minister of lands, and women's leader. And the way that they treat the people of Sierra Leone, well, I think they got to really put mercy in this statement. Not to by new power, as I mentioned in the press release, for justice to prevail. The power of God will be in this, in the spirit of the law will follow and just butter up everything to make sure say after Bagu now President Bill face the ICC to get one of those people that we not culprits them or alleged culprits that really give Salon people them bad things them, human rights abuses, jailing opposition for no reason, dredge up or swamp up charges against the innocent people of Sierra Leone, beat them, disgrace them, molest them, well them to go down to the international court and explain these things because you know why at the talk so I tell you. You just mentioned, say, genocide and crimes against humanity. Not to the number, we get the other with war crimes and crime of aggression. These are all components we fall into making the economic salon. So this is the reason why I will emphasize I don't want to put my credibility at stake for nothing. For Sidon, say, oh, I just hate Madabio. I will never hate Madabio. Madabio, before, because of the fact that he handed over successfully to a civilian government, put Madabio in Nihat in a very high place, in a very respectful place. But because some of we forget about the 1992 massacre, we say President Bureau don't change at this point in time. Because if you see his action, the direction for let's salute prosper and develop, all of us are ready to support. If I tell you right now, I get about 3 projects for the people of Sierra Leone, we just will do so because there's no enabling environment. And I tell you what, these projects will make Salon become very, very, very.
We know this is called from abroad, yeah? I'm sure okay. Hello, caller, will you state your name and where you calling from, please?
It's a brief. Yeah, that's what we call for about 3 times. Not be able to call for course. The course is in direction of the course.
Okay, I don't see. I'm of course going to tolerate that now. Yeah. So thanks for that.
Please go to the chat room. The course is one guy in one machine. I don't believe they will not be able to call for course. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, this is very polite and not be able to call for course. Not only people of Sierra Leone indict Madabio. You understand?
Yeah.
So. If you want question, we'll call you the course, not to that. Please.
No worries. Many thanks. You get any question? Okay, that's what you wanted to say. Thank you very much. These are good people and they look after the platform. Then we are able to this other one and set for say and see they go on. Yeah.
Hello?
Sir, you're live. You don't have to hear yoururself now, but you're live. Will you introduce yourself so you call forward and go ahead with your question or your statement?
Okay, then thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. My name is Alisa Muno, England, database. I'm one of the very few human rights activists in the still active in London.
Yeah, go ahead,
please. Yes, London. Yes. An observation number 1 for me. First, I want to thank Mr. Wuri. Mr. Wuri, I don't regarded whatever happened for saying that you're always serious lawyer who come up from Sierra Leone. Whether they're doing a Sierra Leone now, I don't know Sierra Leone lawyer who I get respect for. Because the man with guts, tenacity, and then it's a very professional. I give her respect, but I want to ask one question. I want to ask Mr. Wuri one question. I want to know. Yes, I want to know if there's statute limitations in terms of the proceedings for flagrant and indictment and for bringing ongoing issues that will not take place since the 4th of April 2018 when this government came into power. So now the question that I want to always answer and then I will and make a follow up. Yes.
Give me that question.
Yes, the question I want to ask Mr. Wuri, whether if there gets a statute limitation on the proceedings of for indictment, and whether they were able to bring in alleged criminalities that will occur from the 4th of April 2018 to date.
Did you say 4th of April to date?
Yes, no, the 4th of April 2018 to date.
Okay, I will call you back.
Okay then, thank you. Thank you. You did very well. Thanks.
In terms of governance, we see the things that will happen, the burning of the opposition party in office. And so we get, yes.
You get the caller in question?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess then, I've been fixing you don't get on board.
Yes. So at the time was except otherwise, I digress a bit, but the fact here remains the issues that we don't begin happen from 2018, then they we document. We don't document everything. We look at the unconstitutional appointment of Speaker of Parliament. We look at the issue of honorables then when they go beat the parliament, when that's not ever happened. That's a very disgrace, a big disgrace for the constitution of Sierra Leone. Parliamentarians then, they always get a protected right because of their position when the people appoint them for being in parliament and for being respected, they not forever go and beat them inside the well of parliament. We see that in the television, in the everywhere on the social media. Everybody knows later they talk now too. And you get the unconstitutional appointment of the Anti-Corruption Commissioner. You get the unconstitutional and unlawful appointment of various offices and the mass scale sacking of people from various positions because they belong to a particular tribe and whatever. We get aspect them where we cover the aspect them when the land grabbing right now when go on, when government ministers and when grab land them when belong to them, Creole people them, when they don't get for donkey years, we get everything, like I said, since 2018, everything has been digested. We get a whole book where they are for print and make public for free, and the distributor everywhere for sure which these governments don't do since they kind of power. And this is not just for this government. This is going to happen to all other governments who will come after this government. Because you know why? The people of Sierra Leone, they don't tire. We, the born really at the time when what starts na Sierra Leone, up to this time, nobody not able to get peace of mind for saying, okay, today Sierra Leone, oh yes, I'm proud to be a Sierra Leonean. That time has never come. Trust me, every time some people are not even want to associate again with Sierra Leone. You get people here in UK who in this day, they not even want to talk about anything belonging to Sierra Leone because they are fed up. Not like they are not patriotic, but they just don't tire because everything right now in Sierra Leone is politics. If you talk to this thing where these governments do not good, they say you're not SLPP or you're not APC. If you talk to APC, the opposition, right now they're not they talk, they're not able to do nothing. They say, you're not SLPP. Maybe you just want to contribute to the progress and development of the country, but everything has been politicized, and that should not be the case. Not so everybody wants to be politician. Some people they just want to live their life peaceful in the country and enjoy the benefits that Sierra Leone were able to offer to everybody. As your own home, like in UK here, some people are very tired. They're not even want to go salon against it because they say, yeah, you get waiting. Human rights, they respect them, the constitution, and they follow that. So the latter, if possible, make reports against you, say you don't kill person. Then come the policeman tell you, give the ground, he give the reason. At the end of the day, they take you to police station. Then they ask you, you get a lawyer? You say, no, I don't get a lawyer. They say, okay, well, wait, no call.
Hold on for me 1 minute, lawyer. Lawyer, hold on for me 1 minute. I just want to make an announcement to the chat room. This platform, we try to make the most civilized as ever. For the past 2 years, I don't conduct this platform, will not ever encourage anything like rudeness. We rather they encourage mutual respect. Do unto others as you will expect others to do unto you. We can disagree for agree, but abuse is not tolerated on this platform at all. And I say this again. And whilst we hate for call names, but two people have already there, I don't get calls and messages and this don't get through. The hits, they become too much between our two. Of course, we can name at the different sides of the political aisle, but we're still the same. So again, we never entertain abuse now. Men, please. I don't say you follow me, everything I post on social media, most times we not agree, but that don't mean say we will make blabber or curse. And Samuel Williams, please, and I not get no intention for block anybody. Una need for stop now. If una they argue on issues on substance, please. I don't want to intervene again because if I intervene, then I will have to block you two from following or from participating, please. And I don't want to do that. Let's enjoy the program. This is very, very serious. This is a milestone in the history of the country, and this issue where we tend for the overlook will come for bite we all back. Because somewhere, we all get family and we don't get that have been affected by things that really happen, here down in the country. So we should all, find solution together, even when we disagree, or somewhere, and adapt the lawyer they say back. Somewhere we find a point of convergence, say, when we can at least agree on this for move forward. But all tennis division really born good picking, blood yonder, intimidation yonder, and the rest of it. And a typical thing now we exhibit so naya. So now we disagree or agree, but abuse, no. One more abuse, please, you're on. Thank you. Lawyer, sorry about that. Carry on, please. And the part of the question was whether charges will go back as far as 2018, April 4th. If you understand, now that the word have been asked, whether part of the indictment we on a long table will go as far back as 2018, the 4th of April. I want to believe that was a kind of a significant date, and it was around then when the presidency took over of Julius Maada Bio.
Yes, absolutely.
Time we get wide-scale violence will happen immediately. From that, so we don't document all those matters. Also, this point, but the key thing keep me out absolutely outstanding. But it's good for me. Matter will push for the ICC for President Julius Maada Bio for face the International Criminal Court together with government officials that really do bad things to the people of Sierra Leone. Now the fact that the people they kill prisoners there. Now Salon, the president come on television. A president of Sierra Leone, the one way people have all vote for, in camp, not even mention one word. That was a fantastic disappointment ever. For say, okay, at least condolences to the people that now we don't die in a prison, they no family, because everybody matters in Sierra Leone. Whether you are a prisoner, because like what you say in a correctional center, it don't mean that should be the end of your life or condemn you for die forever. No, you can be there, and maybe if the charges that are levied against you are not correct, you have to come back and become somebody useful in society. We've seen people that have gone to prison, they came out to become president of the whole nation. For instance, like Mandela and others. So if the people kill, the people will massacre people on the 29th of April 2020. So let's say Mandela was there at that time. Will he have become the Mandela everyone knows today? So this is the point. This is the future of people that Sierra Leoneans the way they don't take unlawfully. These are the points. These are the crimes where they make me and not able to sleep until Maada Bio become after Bagbo Bio. Till he face the ICC. Till he go before the court of justice and he apologize to the people of Sierra Leone, say, oh, I failed Una, I hurt Una, and he goes to jail together with all those that are responsible for all these things. And die in a jail. Because this is the time when Sierra Leoneans are black. Some people will say, why this man they talk so? He hates Bio. No, I don't hate Bio, but I love the people of Sierra Leone. The people of Sierra Leone, I make in the national anthem. I just feel sorry for people them. They go school, I think say the national anthem, because when you are picking, you learn them, maybe in secondary school, it will become a curriculum again. It will be part of the curriculum, so because that's a don't mature, you will able to understand the meaning of the national constitution. It says, I promise to put our interest above all else. So you not see that meaning? So even if the British government now say, Mr. Uri, we want you for be whatever thing, if I get the same opportunity for do that in Sierra Leone, I'll do that. Because you know why? If we not help the country, nobody not go make the country for we. If we not make the country, nobody hypocrisy don't go. Everybody don't become politician on a Sierra Leone. Even me youth, my brothers, the youth, where assisted, they get a very fantastic feature. They become very powerful people like in this time. They don't submit themselves into politics. Look what the approaches now. Maybe talk something very important. For the people of Sierra Leone, and somebody they cost me mama, and they do not eat, they not drink, they not serve nothing. And now for them, I defend for so because at the end of the day, let's assume say SLPP come on up APC can, you know, feel so waiting they happen, so that's will get the propensity to repeat the same thing. And you know they cost me now, so at the end of the day, you will lose your life or you lost your family in life, and for nothing. So me, this is the thing. This is why I am coming in the middle. And this is the point. That power to participators to be held accountable, no matter what in your position be, you know me say, okay, so man will say, you not get the right for even calling President Bio in this matter. Everyone is equal. Now that may be studied. Now that we know as the rule of law. That is what evidence and other them don't found. No nonsense. And the constitution will be followed. So the United Kingdom, these are the people we shape the constitution, they shape democracy around the world, and these are the developers of this thing. So that's why now we not get rule of law as alone again. Interference of various parastatals. The executive they interfere in the judiciary, now the judges themselves they don't pray. The lawyers they don't pray. If you see matters are going to court, they call maybe just some everything. The government of the day always get right about anything. That is not the case. Here, from the European Union, you get an ordinary civilian where in the government to court when she Patel, when a member of parliament or so, instead the government to court and find out, say, oh, the procedure where the government values for exit from the European Union was wrong. And they changed the justice.
Okay. As they say, you don't stake your reputation over and over on this particular matter. And this is no small matter. I keep the repeat. I can understand the magnitude of harm in many, many respects, but this is the case. We don't say the evidence is mounting, but you are a lawyer and you know law, it can get some technical details about them and it can be a little bit funny, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. So in this particular situation, Lawyer Wuri, have you mulled through the ifs and the buts? I don't know whether or so it work by law, but I believe technicality involved in which you did look back and look forward, look in the middle, in a reverse fashion. In other words, forget a watertight case, because even the evidence where you present, sometimes that evidence they can be tainted and in many respects can be dismissed. So my question to you, the group don't actually look at this evidence from your own point of view, because yes, una get around, una put it forward, and una certain about some of it because it's so compelling. I think the inside law, they get something we say compelling, that if you were to stake a claim on this case, if it's not 100% because you said it, he will be indicted. He will be indicted, una trust me. So the question goes back, if you go put percentage in terms of that indictment, the way you're so confident, optimistic about, what will be the percentage where you go put on a yes basis?
Hello?
Yes, lawyer, you know you're in here?
Yes, can you?
It's the last statement we.
Okay, what happened is this, yes,
sir.
Obviously, you don't stake a big claim to this, you don't put your good name to this, and it's no secret you say them publicly. So the question to you, sir, is if you were to put a percentage on this on a yes basis, I mean, they say I provided the context for law and technical business, and you get something where they call compelling. So if you don't gather enough evidence and don't put this evidence together, some of it might be compelling and some of it might not. In the end, the ICC can look at them and maybe throw them out, even though they will hold some counts and some other counts they will dismiss, but maybe altogether they will find the case weak and say, well, no, we can't bring indictment against the president because of X, Y, Z. But you are very confident, you are very optimistic that charges will be brought against the president, the sitting president. And I ask, as confident as you are, if you were to put a percentage on the success rate of this particular case when I don't begin, what would be the percentage?
The percentage currently, I will tell you, say, overwhelmingly, now 100%.
Wow.
100% why I tell you, out of all, with all honesty and sincerity, why I say 100%, because the people or the person in question has got a previous history of propensity to commit violence.
Right.
Based on that, because let's assume the person keep one thing, maybe they will just lock them or they report you that now they can say person they arrest them, now police then they ask you like UK, have you ever been arrested before?
Records.
You later, because with now once they give one chance, after that chance, if you do the same thing again, when I think say they're not going to give you the opportunity again. And this is what had happened. This matter be done before the killing of 29 regime. But what happened? People then they play politics on them. SFPP, APC, they all play politics on them. Instead of them giving people the justice to themselves, they play politics on them. Well, that's the way they done so. And this matter don't come up again. We they see, like you they ask me, actually, these are the issues that really quite infuriate me. The media is
questions here. Yeah, I think you're back. Can you hear me, lawyer?
Yes, I can hear you.
Brilliant. Okay. So what I mean to say, I don't expect you for use word like they say. Remember how we come out. You first of all lay a figure down. Because yes, we are credible, and you are credible, and you're making a credible case. So I'm also helping along with that case for make sure that everything that we say here is credible. You get me?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, for now, okay.
Okay, so I just try to make sure that everything we say here, you seem for to get issues with the audio.
Yeah.
Speak
I didn't get you clear.
You get
yes,
me?
I did get you.
Brilliant.
Yes, absolutely.
Brilliant. Just about 2 minutes ago, before we get a technical error here again in terms of audio, you make the case in terms of percentage and in building the statistics and the data. I mean, I like for be technical, I like for be accurate. Because this now you case when you delay, and I also they try for help for make sure say that this case is very strong enough, it's watertight, it's credible. So I ask you for lay a percentage on them, and you tell me say 100%. So then you then mention the Pademba Road Prison, inverted commas, massacre, and 48 or 46 people that way you mentioned. I've had different figures, but as a responsible journalist, you take what in the official they say, you can disprove that, but you have to go in search of it. Because I haven't had any credible numbers, I'm not going to be mentioning numbers because now as fashions I would cast. And this case where you talk about is so serious that I'm not going to be casting as fashions. So I thought you had the numbers, but then when I press on, you say now we responsibility, and you ask me if I don't see document from the minister, which I haven't seen. All I heard from the minister, your month, now the number we call up to this day, now that number is standby. And another senior official also mentioned number will contradict the Minister of Information in your number. That as much as I know. But I don't say Bush Radio, they are light. So I hear a lot from Bush Radio. So having said this, Mr. Wuri, have I lost it? Mr. Wuri, do you hear me?
Yes, absolutely. I hear you.
Okay, we just don't lost your video. Okay, you're back. So now the points now have been tried for me. Because at no point on this your case, I want for there an iota. Because you mentioned something. What you consider myself for me, and I say I'm publicly and not for the first time. Salon first, I keep the you say the same thing, and you don't know how much this resonates with you. Vis-a-vis you, me, you. And this is why I'm excited about this. Because it's about the country first. My heart bleeds. My sort of journalism is humanity, which are the first thing down there about a journalist. So I am more the people, than with any other, side of the political argument. That's what I'm interested in. So I'm not here for a cover up. I'm not here to favor. That's why I'm listening to you. And I'm hoping that everything that you do, all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed because you want a watertight. And this is what I'm trying to ask. So that the Sierra Leonean people, once we don't done from this, they are 100% confident that what they heard today, there's a when we don't done this interview today, okay? Hang on. When we don't done this interview today, the Sierra Leonean people will be confident based on the end of this interview that all waiting and not hearing today, they're fully satisfied that there is a flicker of hope because I put on my social media handle them. The worst situation now the people let me go through right now. And my heartbeat is with the nation. My heartbeat is with the people. The worst, because despite the social and economic problems, on top of it is one of insecurity. And that is really troubling and worrying. So with what you do, it does restore some form of hope, except you they in bed or in tandem with their one the way you they accused today. Now the only way you will get problem, but other than that, you are or must be with the people. You must be with the many and not the few. So there is a flicker of hope on your part of the thing where you don't bring forward for the Sierra Leonean people. So if you can understand me, this is why I'm asking all these technical little details. So by the time this interview is over, people are going to be clenching their fists, and punching the air in celebration and saying, yes, at least now we can go through, the process. Now we can suffer, but we will endure. Because it is not he who laughs first, but rather the one who laughs last. I put a parable earlier on this interview where I say, the race is not to the swift, neither the battle for the mighty, but for those who endure it to the end. But for endure to the end, you have to have hope. And that hope then you tend for to provide you and your group. So tell us more, Mr. Lawyer Muri.
This question,
yeah.
I will want for bring a small Latin quote and a quote. Ab honesto nihil venum viditerect.
For me, please.
So now, it means nothing deters a good man from doing what is honorable. And this is what I'll do for the people of Sierra Leone. Now, in terms of the numbers of people that prisoners that were massacred on the 29th of April 2020 by the alleged government of President Julius Maada. The government minister will statement in Gogi regarding the amount of people 11 were on documents is different from like which they say other people and like which I will tell you we get your own ammunition where now the information we get for help with for win this war against human rights abuse. So I'm not able to you outrightly because if I tell you say now I get a prison officer will don't give me the correct information, then they will bring another issue for the people of Sierra Leone, or maybe they will begin to after the prison officers then one after the other. So I cannot tell you on this platform, but I'm telling you where there is inconsistency, you know that something fishy is playing. So in order for you to ascertain the fact of the matter, get you facts right, keep them, and when the government open the commission, an independent commission of inquiry into what happened, then you go get witnesses them, we go able to testify. And yeah, with what we don't get, plus waiting the International Criminal Justice, the independent investigation, without them get for the protection for their asylum or can UK or wherever way if we could talk waiting happen that day, it will happen. Case like case. You know, but me, when they put me on case forward for the people of Sierra Leone, on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone, I get confidence in the case. Because the people have been victimized, war crimes have happened, genocide, and crimes against humanity don't happen against the people of Sierra Leone, and we will take up this matter. So I get 100% belief in me and case where I bring against the government of President Julius Maada for crimes against humanity. So whatever that has to take or whatever, I'm ready, I'm prepared, because I cherish the ideals of a free society. We have Sierra Leoneans who live in peace, enjoy justice. You know, if something happened between a government official and somebody within a ghetto, we just bring attire, as well as the government official above the person within a ghetto and they go and police station and make statements. Therefore, it will be an injustice. That is what I've seen all over the civilized world. And this is what should happen. But is it happening now in Sierra Leone? No. The answer is no. Well, this is what we want to sanitize the country. Because not so for una also party, una one day, and una no, the youth are coming up, una get the kingdom, although not the kingdom, but once for them, una picking and see a beautiful Sierra Leone. Like waiting happens, some people they tell this story how salon the day before, how clean salon the day, how nice salon the day. Even if you give them a mistake, Europe, they will tell you say, never, I will not go to Europe. But now, you go mistakes now before anyone will say, I will tell you go to Europe. Sometimes, even if you want to make him do anything for you, it will go on. Why? Why we decide to run from the country? Because there is no human rights, there is no justice for the poor. There is nobody standing up for the poor people in Sierra Leone. Well, me, now a free lawyer for the poor people of Sierra Leone. I will take this matter without any, I don't get any interest to say I need anything. I'll spend my money, I'll spend my effort, I'll spend my time to ensure that Sierra Leoneans have justice. And this is perspective they talk not to a battle we get for end just today and tomorrow. No, the battle has just begun. We are marching forward to the path of justice, and we shall overcome. That is something I will assure you. If we don't overcome, then that is a very big slap on the face of human rights and democracy in the world.
Right. Wow. This is an interview for those of you who just joining. We're almost coming to the end. Very, very interesting interview. Not only interesting, but really significant. It's a milestone in the history of the country. An indictment being brought against the sitting president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, on the basis of genocide, crimes against humanity, spearheaded by a young and upcoming dynamic lawyer M.L. Wuri, who along with his associates, I believe, Diaspora Group, are champion in this cause on a pro bono basis, just the call of patriotism. Nothing more, nothing less. You've heard it. So if you just join and they ask you, I share this one just before we come to an end, because I get a few more questions for the lawyer. Lawyer, within the same vein, I want to ask something. I'm unable to listen. Okay. Have you fixed it? Yes, I have, my friend. Yeah, find a way to join. I want to ask something else, but again, everything. I want to ask something else.
Okay.
Yeah, within the same thing, there's a delay. So every time while they watch you, we get about 1 minute delay, so every time they talk, they go on. The case of another Sierra Leonean, a former defense minister, a former deputy minister of internal affairs, instead get case where they go on, and the reason why Brian come, not to just an ordinary case, and you get some legal wranglings around them, some twists and turns around them. From a legal perspective, I want to let you deliver for the Sierra Leonean people. I don't know how I can call them in legal jargon, okay? But yeah, I think you understand where I'm coming from, lawyer. If you can deliver something for me, about this particular case surrounding the former defense minister, Paulo Conte, to the beginning, when he go visit upon the invitation of the president, how he got nabbed, the legality around the proceedings will follow up to where he is and how he is today. And is it also part and parcel of this indictment process that you've brought against the president and his cohorts, if you like, if I can use that language?
I can't hear you.
Okay. I will repeat the question, lawyer. I will repeat the question, sir. No worries. Can you hear me now, lawyer?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I was asking if you can please allow me to shift gears. I was asking if you will please allow me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I was asking whether you will permit me to shift gears a little. Okay. I was asking whether you will please allow me to shift gears a little bit, but within the same context. Everything is in context of the same in this particular deliberation here tonight. About retired Major Paulo Conte, a former defense minister and deputy internal affairs minister, who, upon the invitation of the sitting president, went to answer the call. But in the process, different scenarios came up. We've explained this and the rest of it. And the reason why I've brought this to your attention, and I want you to deal with it, I don't know how you people call it legally. There's a legal jargon of what transpired, how to explain that within the legal framework. The man was invited, he went to visit the president, there was the issue of a gun, and then subsequently he was nabbed. And since then, he's been under detention. Charges have been brought against him, I think 16 in number, including the highest of them all, high treason, and etc., etc. One, will you please explain to us the legality around the case of this one-time defense minister, a very powerful man, regarding his circumstances then and now? And is this also part of the indictment process that you brought against the president and his supporters?
Yes. So for answer to that question, if I may, I would like to say, in law, that there's written and called a man is presumed innocent until
proven guilty. So I think say these are alleged crimes for saying the person commits a treason offense. But it's simple. If you invite somebody, somebody, not just look at what we call a person. We always say, for any lawyer we want to talk, if we get this book we call a Blackstone, when are they all the matters of criminal problems today? I think say Salo said they use the UK jurisdiction. So for that person commits an offense, you get written and called the intention. Intention for the if you person not draft, not take the situation, not just create a fake situation. And draft, I'm also you go catch me with gun, then that means I go with bad intention. But if you invite me and you invite me on personal protection, I give according to this provisory I just play the devil's advocate here. I'm not the go dwell into that matter. But again, somebody not going to be that stupid for going to invite them in care or for go kill you. That's the intention, according to law, cannot be established at that point. But anyways, let's say in that thing, okay, intention is established in going out for go kill the president. Now, place like State House always forget what you call CCTV, because that's the president in house, number one gentleman. If the president they will use gets convoy, best car ever, waiting at small CCTV, we not for the at the State House. So if there is a CCTV, put it out to the courts, put it to the public. So we, the public, me, and tell the government of Sierra Leone, because the matter you say, if the people provide a CCTV for sure, Paulo wants to go kill the president now. Me, I will got this one charges for the people of Sierra Leone for the sake of it, because we know they support anything we are bad against taking the life of anybody. That is, I mean, you know, things like that. So let them go kill person. You know what that means? That man gets to rest, he gets to begin, he gets to family. You feel so happy for Paulo Paulo Camara for those guys to kill the president of Sierra Leone, people of Sierra Leone also. But from all indication, it is not the case. It is not the case. These are the things. These are matters the way we say get something like a political undertone. And if we see fine gentlemen like Paulo, because he does serve the country and he is well educated, these are people that we salute for them to be proud of. We later know because these are people that we don't work with the international community, they get experience. That's why he was invited, because they're not safe even for this COVID-19. Well, that's why if the people that again will get or die out of this COVID-19, their family members that are needed, because they too can able serve as evidence. Because if the president is stopped for take care of the people there, because Paulo gets experience to stop this COVID-19 because he get the Ebola experience. So if Paulo for the day, maybe COVID coronavirus not for the go salon and kill people there, because that was why he was invited. He has the how to fix the kind pandemic they are because of the Ebola experience. But now that he was kept in a place that nobody knows, because up till now, in lawyers they not even get sort of access to those people, then where is the human rights? If you say you lock down the country, you suspend all courts there, not for operate, but why the police they operate? Which state where they live in? Some people get right, some people they don't get right. What is that?
Yeah.
You read between the lines and let the public judge.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other question for you, just before we wrap up, is it's not only the case of former Defense Minister Paolo Conte. You also get other political prisoners as well, such as Abu Darabi, who's been in incarceration for quite a long period of time now. I mean, in the absence of fairness, there's no justice. In the absence of justice, there's no law. And you also get the former Mayor Herbert, also under incarceration along with Major Koita or Captain Koita. I mean, these people. So you also get political prisoners. You also get political prisoners under this government of President Bio. Is this part of the indictment process that you guys are bringing here to the international community, political prisoners, prisoners of conscience, and etc.?
Absolutely, these are all parts of the encompass. The ICC jurisdiction in broad. So for let me complement the challenges there are, then they part of the complaint. So this to me, I feel say the people of Sierra Leone. What a shared moment this for the peace where everybody and justice where everybody they look out for. All the things they ask for now the support of the people of Sierra Leone and they call on the people of Sierra Leone for continue forgetful and continue for and monitor the situation and send information everybody for the patriotic and vigilance now. Any human rights abuse where you see, please, when I help you for let this matter, we win this matter. Now, for that fight, everything we don't get now. We need the cooperation of the people of Sierra Leone. For send information to we, for support we and furnish we with more evidence of the bad things that now they go on in the country. And we put all the things that get together. We put the video in front of the judges then. Now the International Criminal Court from 1992, the killing will happen. And this same person, I mean, you see the pattern of committing the crimes, So you know, every
this thing happened 1992, not so. Everybody knows say 29 people are killed, plus let's say 14 or 11. Roughly, we don't get about 43 people away, we don't die like Panama. So if you put 29 before and now the recent death, I mean, we get a huge still number away. That's the past threshold of the ICC. So now that's make I say, this is the point where President Bio will be, like Richard said, this should be the slogan of the people of Sierra Leone, whether they like it or not. But after Bagbo, I want to believe that 100%. It will face the International Criminal Court. The international community, they are open. They're waiting as a mountain fast foods. And they're all open for listening and see what's happening now in Sierra Leone. They get every evidence in their hands right now. We get pictorial evidence, photo evidence, video evidence, all the things the way they happen now in the country. Like social one with the Facebook group, as long as it is authentic. As long as it is authentic, these are acceptable evidence. Please, the people there. Any government minister or police people there will go for Google arrest or beat arbitrarily. See, frontier police can always get name and number, SMP 123 or something and put in it. Just make sure say you take a picture or you remember the name, because if you will take a picture, say you send the name to we. I mean, police gets a record notice, so they invite the head of CID, they say the head of police, they say they forgo testify in front of the ICC, and they get forgo only document that the police that we send for good things. So these are things that were very important for the case at this point in time. But like I say, what you want now, equality, justice, and like what they say, we call for the immediate and without any further negotiation or release. Doctors is they are blinded. And all those other prisoners the way they don't, opposition members the way they don't hold unlawfully. Look, waiting the wife of Paulo gets for do with Paulo in trump up or alleged treason matter. That woman is a housewife. For instance, if you commit a crime, your wife not get no business into that. Your wife sit on a host, maybe in the cook or they feel the picking them. Waiting you wife for go into this. So is this the situation now? Well, what goes around comes around. Madam, you, let's see, himself in West, they don't sit on a television say, let there be more justice. Well, he and the man will explain now what's in the mean to the International Criminal Court. So I'm not here to offend anyone. I'm not here to do anything. I'm here to restore sanity, peace, justice, freedom, and equality in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
If nobody not able to grab at this point, well, me, I don't grab. I don't say the Amnesty International, the UN, other people, good Sierra Leoneans, they're waiting well for the country. They will support me. Would I will pray? Let me pray. But we will move with this matter, and we'll move it until the end. So, and for Mekwe say, people of Sierra Leone get peace, justice, and freedom.
Okay.
To enjoy the basic human rights.
Okay. Just a quick comment from the chat room from Brother Sheku Ture. Salone is the only country in the world where a lawyer will sit. No, I just read a comment from the chat room. So Salone is the only country in the world where a lawyer will sit on a national program saying that the president should be indicted for and not even need for end that. That's simply not true. This is happening around the world every day. If a country, people are not satisfied with their lawyers, with the way how the country is being governed in terms of despotic situation, intimidation, the problems with the rule of law and order, of course, people they take actions every day, and then they give them platform now. Social media platforms, and they give them platforms now, mainstream media, for articulate their case. So the statement is simply not true, and I just want to push back on that so it doesn't go unanswered. This final of the last two questions, waiting really, because this is a big game, this is a big stake. The president obviously don't hear everybody's. The ministers obviously don't hear everybody's. They know the magnitude. And I can assure you, say, as we talk, because it's not a play. Some people take them, like say, not some play thing. But the people that are involved know this is not play. They write a formal document to a formal body internationally recognized with jurisdiction. And you think they're not going to pay heed, to that document the way you send. But again, if you take it lightly, the people involved are not taking it lightly. Now, something that they consider because it's been brought against them and they will be asked, certainly. So when I sent this document some time ago, Mr. Lawyer Wuri, have you had a response yet from the body we want to send these indictment papers to?
Yes. We send the documents out.
Okay.
And
we get response. Hold on for me. Yes. So yes.
So the bottom line is una don't get a response.
Yes. If I will show you my laptop.
Yeah.
It was authentic.
Yeah.
You will see from the office text of the prosecution. They send email to me with the attachment of the letter saying then they look at the matter, they investigate now. So I didn't say the government like waiting they talk. They're quite aware because they would not ask the International Criminal Court, but say, oh.
Of course, they don't inform them, say something don't come out. Of course, it's just a normal process. So it's not the funny comments where you see in social media, because some of we compatriots there, you need for some of we compatriots need for grapple with the severity of this issue. Forget about party lines, forget about your extreme support, forget about the ideological differences. Look at exactly what it is and try for raise your game. Try for be reasonable. Try for be well informed. This is not a joke. It might not, bear any fruit. But the idea, it has been action. And the process, the due process has been followed. A formal letter of complaint has been forwarded to the authority involved. This is what you need to get. And the authority don't receive them and they don't acknowledge receipts, which means that by now the government of the Republic of Sierra Leone will have been informed, if you understand, through the legal annals of the country, say this is it. Maybe the Minister of Justice will have received that complaint. So this is serious. We expect every Sierra Leonean for taken serious, despite if they on the side of the government and you know party too, but you need for taken serious and attempt for begin that head and think waiting for be the way forward. Not just come and dismiss something you think so you can come insult somebody the intelligence without high reason. That would be wrong. That's a wrong approach. And we need for up with game. Then mediocre kind thinking, if they be we by now, because this is rather really, really serious. We're not for the think on a level, or punch below the belt, or for the punch above the belt by now. This is quite serious. Finally, Mr. Lawyer Wuri, okay? This will be a big blow, obviously, to the effort of the government of Sierra Leone. But of course, those of you that advocated for this, who put pen to paper, this will be your expectation anyway, because there is an intent. I know you will talk about law earlier on, there has to be an intent, okay? Although you don't explain that intent from the beginning on many folds, but towards the end, I want to let you articulate that again, because now the entire interview, now I want to let you encapsulate in the form of the intent of this document. And I repeat again, even though you don't do that many a times during the course of this interview, I want to let you encapsulate the entire interview, this document, the reason why, in behalf of whom, why, the motivation, and una expectation, because it's not only for today. This is generational. Now, something I believe una the intent for change. It's not going to be business as usual anymore. Henceforth, people need to know that you will be held accountable for your actions. And I think this is the broader message that you guys are trying to send. It's not about the SLPP government. It's not about the APC government. It's about the Sierra Leonean people. The Sierra Leonean people, they deserve more. They deserve better, not less. The floor is yours, Lawyer Wui. Yes, Lawyer Wui, the floor is yours, sir. So what have you say, Lawyer Wui? You hear me now?
Yeah. I get you.
You
like
get
the last
me.
end,
Okay.
and get but anyway, yes. So you say now a big blow for the government. Definitely a big blow, because if after Bamboo then call Bio and in people that we ready for destroy the people of Sierra Leone, then go face the ICC, then it will be a very big blow. Not so just for the government, but I mean for all the people then we feel say then go able to maltreat, misuse, abuse, kill, destroy at will the people of Sierra Leone. Then there will be a big blow for them. The people always stand for human rights, freedom, justice, equality, and the enjoyment of Sierra Leone people right now salon, then go be happy for this action where some of we don't take or we need not take against the government. However, the intention of the document, with the document, the whole intention about the document is justice. Justice should just prevail, because you know we just grab the people the way you say you the rule, where you for love, you for take care of and protect, you kill them and think say justice no go carry you. Then people and then so no go ever rest if we not treat them well as like. It don't mean say if you're not prisoner, you value as a human being don't do. No, because somebody go make charges against you and then go put you in a cell. And at the end of the day, because you not get a lawyer, then take you to Panema, no means say you are condemned or you
human rights, we respect the freedom of every individual, be it white, black, brown, blue, or whatever, any human being, as long as you live in this global world, not just in the West, but Sierra Leone or Africa as a whole. The fight is not just for Sierra Leone. The Deputy has said the diaspora focus group comprised of international students where they don't study law. Some study international law, business and law, may qualify law in laws. So we all see those look, we come on at different parts of the world. Waiting will have laws sit down together, not get for monitor the countries and constitutions. So all these people that get me back, I get all these people where I will send documents to where they say they look at. Of course, I passed international criminal practice. This is my area. So that's why I'm testing the law on my area for ensure the government be accountable. And trust me, not so just for this government, any other government, as I say, the people of Sierra Leone deserve justice and freedom in the enjoyment of the human rights. I mean, I take this matter not out of malice or pride against the government or anything, because, now we government, So I do this because of the love way I get for the people of the country and the love way I get from the country. So I want to let the people that start to enjoy their freedom and happiness again in that country today. And this is what I stand for, and this is what I will be ready to stake my neck for, as I've said, and I'm ready for ensure my government, the people that will have the greatest responsibility for go to the ICC and therefore on the end and go and indict them definitely. However, looking at the other ministers, the way fine gentlemen, they're ready for contribute to the peace of the country, we give them one love. We tell them, let them continue for do waiting good for the country, Sierra Leone. Let them help the people of Sierra Leone. The suffering done too much. The advantages then too much. Whether the not get justice anymore in Sierra Leone. Me and everybody know. Why we not go change that? People are for able grab. Revolution not means say person are going to take war or go begin to slap or fight each other. No, that is not the time. The time now is to go to court. Where we all go to map now court and let the president go give testimony. Let him go give statements then now say or prove himself say, okay, yes, he did not commit this crime and I am lying. Or the people of Sierra Leone are lying against him. Then let me see now how that's going to be slapped in the face.
Make her interject quickly on two quick things. First of all, to the entire chat room, I want expressly sincere apologies for two things. One, the technical difficulties we'll get from the very beginning, even up to the end, on and off with the audio. But the larger part of this interview, we catch them on tape. So I'm really, really excited about that. We get a very exciting lawyer. Thank God for that. Secondly, also in the chat room, there have been, some miscreants, some uncouth barbarians, and I say, now this platform encourage insults, and obviously we get people where it does really matter to them, because we not tolerate that kind of thing in there at all. And at the very first time when they get people that can use extreme language of that kind and insult the guest, and I want to apologize to the guest because we should have eliminated that kind of person there a long time ago. But I just activate my gadget and Sister Farrella, and that's I've been trying for say because the application I've been using not been give me chance for block posting or delete comment. So I just activate them, and if you see, I don't expel one of the person where be so insultive, and the other person sort of advise them, and I think say yield to the advice, but we don't encourage that at all. And what people don't know as well inside social media, that we can report you to the authorities there. The same thing we talk now, legal thing now we talk so. We can report you to the authorities and show evidence, and social media let them encourage them kind of uncouth behavior the day. If you think say now your language they use, you forget say your language self get interpretation. You see, we need for this we level up with them. Other than that, let God sorry for we, to be really honest. Because you think say you can come and misbehave and nothing not go happen. We're so used to this outlaw business that even on a civilized platform, we tend for the extend that to itself. That is not going to be allowed, and henceforth it will never happen again. So Sister Farella, thank you. Brother Parios, thank you. And all the rest of the other people and to all the good people on the platform. Over 100 people and thousands get for watch this. I apologize. I don't delete some of the comments, and apologies to the guests, obviously. There are 2 or 3 questions on the platform. If you do haven't said it, and it will be unfair because they ask question. So I want table length question in there to you, which is realistic questions. One of them is, are you not prejudicing the case where you don't bring against, the president's mother bill and others by talking about it on tape? That are one of the questions from the guest.
Well, the government, firstly, not to a private party where they bring, for instance, if now between me and you, yes, I'm not go, well, if the case don't go to court, they don't call me, then I'm not get right to talk about the nitty-gritties of the case. But in this case, when they deal with a government, when a public office, and we pass a judgment on their aids because the ICC officially indicts the government aids. We just sent a complaint and we will discuss based on waiting the complaint according to the interview they give me, waiting the complaint based on, and this is what we are discussing. So this has nothing to do with prejudice or whatever. The government said get right for go on television, but because look, why the president not even go on television up to now for talk about the prison riots or the death and massacre of those people up to now? Are they not Sierra Leoneans? So if the person say me to prejudice this, it is nothing to be prejudiced here. This is the reality. Nobody knows the most information for the people of Sierra Leone. This is what we are saying, because some people will say, oh, we not get the status quo or the right or talk say for indict the president. No, that is not the case. Muammar Gaddafi and others that have been indicted, people are going to challenge them. They say no, them people are not their right or do this kind of thing because Muammar Gaddafi is head of AU or African Union, but no.
Okay.
People that stand up, lawyers, them, media people, the journalists, they stand up and they ensure say at the end of the day they remove a regressive, tyrannical government against their aim. So
okay.
This is the same thing that we are doing.
Okay, many thanks for that. Waiting we do know, and I keep the emphasize. Waiting we do know, and I keep the emphasis on that. Waiting we do know, and I keep the emphasis on that is the reality will down. For some people, it can down on them late. And by the time that they realize them, it's already upon them. If you watch the animal channel, like inside, you're then Okavango them, you're like the South, then Kalahari them, you go see where the animal and they hunt each other, the prey and the predator. Some of the animal, then he left the waste time till when he think they're upon them before they can want to take action and late. And they've got them. You therefore look at the magnitude of the case, the sincerity of the case, the legality of the case before you begin to make fun. And to Mr. Samuel Williams, earlier on, you've been a misbehave, but we're glad you changed the stance. You sound sarcastic on the platform, but we can tolerate sarcasm. That's no problem. That's far better than, you're ad hominem, name calling and insults. So that's better. We can entertain that. Thank you very much. Another brother, they asked, what's the program about? Goodness me. So that means you just, they come on. Okay, this program is heavy, it's important. Now, about the indictment that has been brought against the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, for crimes against humanity and genocide. And at the station tonight, we get a young and dynamic criminal lawyer where, along with a group of people, bring about this case. In this case, they already don't draft up on pen and paper. Sabi where they can say book, pen and paper. They don't draft up. They don't send them to the relevant authority, which is the International Criminal Court, which is responsible for taking actions where the government of the day, now a country, where they perpetrate crime against humanity upon young people then, and can no longer be a honest broker. Therefore, the ICC, when the people then complain, is compelled, depending on how compelling the case is. And if you read the brother, and there have been so many compelling evidence in social media, The brother already don't say that. They don't compile all this documentation and don't send them. And you know the seriousness about this issue? The ICC has replied. The ICC gets obligation, they reply. That's how serious. You left, they make fun. And on top of this, the government of Sierra Leone, I can assure you by now, will have heard the case. They will have been informed that you have been, your petition, your case of indictment has been brought against you. You want to make a point, are you? Or you want to go on with the monologue? Yeah, the government will not inform. Stop being funny, raise your game. As we speak so now, there are uncomfortable people in a salon, and the brother go on for names within that indictment paper, and this is serious. On top of the list is the president. We want to not get that kind of thing there, so we can try for be funny, but we serious. They say coach, when they look for dying inside for my bottle, they illegal. So if lawyers don't come together, if you understand legality, don't pen paper, don't send up. And like they say, it might not work, but a legal case, but the ICC compelled for Yeri. How compelled in this case is, well, it left to the lawyer then waiting and compile for Sunday. So Brother Shine, Excellency Shine, what a wonderful name. This nine are the case here we talk about. Somebody be want to let you talk about Pademba Road, Bobo Labo. This is the best and a bigger picture. Thanks, Bobo Labo, as usual. So you've been asked a question about Pademba Road, and I sure say the brother don't address them. So you go like for move forward. Lawyer Wuri, okay, are you not prejudicing? Okay, we've dealt with that. So, I mean, this is it. We've come to the end. We are coming to the end. Dums Mohammed, Alaji Mahmoud Kamara, he's not, because all he's discussing what he submitted to the court and the full details of the matter has not been here heard at the moment. Oh yeah, thank you for that. And a lot of people are being a hope for you from Dr. Dinke, but of course, as usual, it's just observing. Tarawali, Ini Aminata Conte, Brother Samuel Williams, many thanks. Abedi Boateng, what about the ballot boxes? Yes, is that also part of it? Seems like this is part of the bigger picture. I mean, it is compelling. There are many things. It's on it's on video. And the worst thing about this is officials of government were caught live on tape destroying democracy. Now, who that way this no go act? If you don't act, you don't mean you're complicit with the government. It's as simple as ABC, 1, 2, 3. That the tape, they make an obvious. Government officials, from they get their ID, even hang-panded, for tell you that there is no fear. There's a culture of violence. Destroy ballot boxes outside the people of Sierra Leone go and exercise their democratic rights, their inalienable rights, as documented in the Constitution. That the presidency or the government not seem to understand that you will derive power from the sovereign. Who are the sovereign? Is the people. The people of the republic, yet you bash them, mash them as you feel, because you think you can do it with impunity, and we go begin for mob justice sooner. You can't talk about it, and where it's evident that you get a powerful platform, you get a bully pulpit that when you speak, people and listen and people and will carry them out. Little did we know that it will begin for play out on the streets, just like you've been saying, just like almost prophetic. So where is the country heading? Where is it heading? Yeah, why we not go thank God for people the way they kind of take action, for letting culture change for the better good. Because the parliamentarian, they will be dependent on, then seem, for them almost collapse or crumble. So we can't really depend on the lawmaker. They're supposed to make law, but it looks like saying that the law now they make them. Do people have faith in them anymore? I guess no. There's no more faith in them. So, like I say, when we come to the end, we don't carry on this program for long. We get to thank the guest. Prince Kroma, can you accept my friend request? I want to contribute to the program through the discussion of my legend, my learned colleague. Of course, Mr. Michael Kamara, you are open. You can call the number right now if you want. It's 077-4010-7250. Or you can call on WhatsApp. It's 074-32 002628. So you either call me number or you call the WhatsApp number. That would be preferable. Anyone you want to do. We didn't look for people for contribute. The program is an open program. There's nothing hidden. There is no hidden agenda here. Ladies and gentlemen, with us here tonight to get a young and dynamic criminal litigation lawyer. We don't set the history, the course of history in motion. We the only people we not go like this now, people that we enjoy. We don't see a culture of fear, a culture of intimidation, a culture of lies. Now the country, where we people, here living, here in fear. That people that were prominent, we're supposed to look after the people, and now, are now liars. We can call them liars. We hear somebody when we want to go into Parliament, Madam Josephine Jackson, get the audacity for say the former president is here with your eye, the ferry people for can stone house. What's more disgraceful than that? I know when I go say the man say EBK, but think about it. The former president. What you want to understand that the same thing with the Paolo case, being accused of treason that he go kill the president. Don't you understand from your sense that a man of that stature such as Paolo, never come down to that level, not only go kill now, order night the key. It use the network and organize. That's the level he had attained. Okay, that's the level. So we really need to understand that. So Michael, if you want call, that is it. Okay. So Mr. Wuri don't put in website, he don't put in email address, he don't put in contact number. So just in case people want to get in touch with him, this is a lawyer that is very open. And when I know say lawyer, they're always there with the people. Okay, that's right. They're always there with the people. So again, I don't read most of the things them in the room. So I will get for give the final word because he need for go. Lima is a criminal and need to be sent back here. So okay, yeah, I think I've come to the end of the contents on the platform. Mr. Lawyer Wuri, do you hear me, sir? Lawyer Wuri, do you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I get you now.
Okay. 3 minutes. Wrap up the program, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Presenter, for giving me this fantastic opportunity for update the people of Sierra Leone about waiting to happen. Before I conclude, I want to call on the people of Sierra Leone for say, let them continue for be patient, let them continue for get hope, then get them picking. When I mean, and not to me one. You get all other Sierra Leoneans that we mean well for that country, we're ready for team up, for let justice, equality, freedom prevail again at the country. Right now, some people at the top are one way or the other, we tell people that see Unakia. Something go down. The international community don't on a cry, and definitely they will act by the power of God and the spirit of the law. Based on the evidence we don't get, we need more evidence. I don't send me number, I don't send me contact, Mr. Quincy said. Now for help, as a journalist, as a man of the people, help us get evidence where we will tender when the time comes for before the court to ensure say all the powerful perpetrators or people the way they do bad, na salon, then go and face the law. We're not a go beat person, not a good person, only way to get the ICC. After backbone, now President Julius Madadu, now go on the ICC with the people that were responsible. And this is a matter where some of you don't prepare for do whatever we can. Look, be it me, without me, this matter don't go to ICC now. People that they without me now step will follow up with this matter. Not only one people for do this matter. I mean that the representative for the diaspora focus for Sierra Leone. But that not mean say without even me, the matter for let people of Sierra Leone get justice, not going to be. No. People of Sierra Leone will definitely get justice even without me. There are lawyers, better lawyers, formidable brains, we don't send complaints to the international community and other places. Maybe me just happen for say, well, I get the right point for let them reply to and take this matter complete. So that means other Sierra Leoneans are here to fight. So the fight for justice is not a one-man thing. If you feel say we must me, will not fight for justice, that is a lie. However, stay safe, people of Sierra Leone, from the COVID-19, now patience come. Justice will come. Justice is on the way. We shall overcome. Let justice prevail. The question they say in French, C++, the more a man knows, the less he talks. Thank you very much.
Yes, Abisela, you wrap up on a good note. But something, Abisela, you wrap up on a good note, but I want to unbox that good note the way you wrap on, because something just come to mind quickly. Waiting next, now this procedure of the action where you and your group don't take, waiting, of course you don't get reply, but waiting can happen. I mean, give us a sense of understanding, you're waiting, hopefully the people for expect next. How does this work? If you understand what I mean.
Yes. Well, people of Sierra Leone, the procedure is simple. You complain, you say you matter, they look, they say, okay, we don't see, we investigate. So during the investigation stage, when the ITC will start, because maybe the COVID-19 pandemic will serve small as a delay with sometimes the government of Sierra Leone for it will use that advantage there now for maybe release the political prisoners and maybe try for make one way or the other for their credibility will stand again if they get sense, if they're smart. Otherwise, after the COVID-19 full rampage, we furnish them more with documents them where it relates to the previous 29 people that they don't kill. I don't already do something about that, prepare paper, and add onto this, plus all the other evidence that we will come with regards to government officials, the way they do things that were not necessary. We will come it from the people of Sierra Leone, what we send to them. I think the international community will just feel happy because I don't do half of the work for them. Because by right, if somebody complains,
and then they go get the evidence.
Yes, for me, don't do that routine work now for them. Get all the evidence, give them. They don't need again for go and suffer waste money again. So we they save the international community the money now by providing all the evidence. So we stand up with the moment they invite President Julius Madabio and the First Lady, and I mean I don't call all the
yes, I get the list of them. Then the First Lady, then La High Lawrence Lima, then Fatima Sawane on top of the list after the president.
Yes. Go on. Okay, if you remember the other one then. The head of the police.
The head of ONS.
Yes.
The head of CID. Yeah.
And the Minister of Lands. And there are other names.
Names.
They still wait for us to see the evidence to get
against them.
Their evidence, but we still monitor. And waiting the people of Sierra Leone get, with them we will send, maybe we will just use that as an addendum to what we still don't get and push and go before and see that the people of Sierra Leone then gets the justice and stuff for crime once and for all.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a brilliant interview. I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, it's been such a brilliant interview with this lawyer. And he and his group on a monumental, humongous task. And he must be commended for it. I say commended by every stretch of the word I mean it, because some form of action has to be taken. As you look behind me, the layer where you see behind me, now the temple of justice, where justice is meant to be served out and meted out for people and we deserve them or we they on the other side of them, but in a fair way. The issue of fairness has come into question many a times when it seemed like only the affluent, only the powerful and the rich does enjoy all of their amenity there, and not the people themselves. The people happen to be the victims on an everyday basis. So at this point in time, we get somebody who don't take up action. Thank you very much, Lawyer Wuri. We really appreciate your time. And I want to let you know, say, there are millions of Sierra Leoneans with you. I haven't conducted that as yet, but I know, say, the moment where I put the flyer out, the number of calls and messages I get, they are being kept regarding on side with you, that the thing where you take, you get people the way they pray, and you get people the way want to actively join you. But I mean, just say, I will ask you, and from waiting you don't already expatiate on, it's no secret, and you even put your contact there, and I go use the contact details as well for expand on them. But I know say there are dozens of people who are interested in joining the cause. You know, sometimes you can get people the way they wait for see who that will begin, the action. Now that the action has begun, and not to play for say they under hide because you've already, fired the first shot. So it's game on. Thank you very much. God bless. And not to the first step, not the first step this, but this not to the last. Of course, we had trouble, from the beginning, but perseverance is not a good virtue. Patience is a good virtue. Thank you very much, Lawyer Wuri, and God bless her.
Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Lawyer Wuri. Like I say again, BME, when I see the temple of justice, whose side justice is meant to be served, whose side justice is supposed to be blind. But today, your program, Fambulen, I want to dedicate this particular program to the people of Sierra Leone. Every time I want to dedicate program to the people of Sierra Leone, the background, the stadium background, I can let for use. I can let for use them in the sense that, so this is not a shrine, not a national shrine, for many, many respects. This is where we laugh, this is where we cry. When we get tragedy, now the only place where we able to assemble. I can always say some other country then get squares, then call us squares, who side people like can assemble. We don't get any such thing, so we can equally call with stadium, with square, who side you can assemble thousands of people. Where we get national burying, now they will go, we go cry. Where we get other national tragedy, now they will go, we go cry. So in this state, all the people that were lost their lives, now the Pandemba Road prison massacre, all the people, are they talk about prisoners, are they talk about jail wardens, all of those who lost their lives, I say from the depth of my heart, from the bottom of, and not only first time I say, and I say it publicly, if you don't value the life of one Sierra Leonean, I do, and I know millions of others do. Whether they were convicted or not, the lawyer just make them clear that they equally get their human rights. And the place is a correctional palace where people have gone for correction, where you will have to mend them, repair them, and put them back to society to become a productive member of the society, to become an asset to society, not condemn prisoners, you have to hang or kill. You have to rejuvenate the system. You have to make them whole again, make them new again. People are given chances in life. We experience the same thing now. Some people can make mistakes, but then still then give them a second chance. Those other people are not being given a second chance. And the worst thing is you haven't even provided for the people. Okay? They have to make ends meet somehow. And I know they encourage them in any way, shape, sense, or form, say, go thief and etc. But you don't make no provision. There is a contract between government and its people vis-a-vis the people and the government. You make your provision for the people by providing security for them. And when I say security, I know they talk about only physical security. I they talk about social security. I they talk about spiritual security, food, a safe environment, an enabling environment. And then to get the basis for keep their own side of the bargain, their own side of the contract by behaving well, by maintaining law and order, I mean keeping within the limits of the law. But you haven't done any as such that people then go sit down at a veranda. The own veranda where they pay for, either as a renter or owner, and you go and beat them up there. People in there before they went and picking them. And you do such to them. So all of those people, those that are crying that cry, the action taken by these lawyers, I, Prince Kroma, do commend the action because why? I weep in my heart for my people. That's what matters to me. It's about country first, not party first, not individual first. Country first, united under the flag. That's why I say to all the families of the deceased of Pandemba Road Massacre, my deepest, profound, and heartfelt condolences to every one of you. To all those that lost their lives at the Pademba Road massacre, prisoner, convict, non-convict, jail wardens, etc., may your souls rest in eternal peace. It's no business for you to meet an end of that kind, where people are saying that you deserve it. I don't know who are they. You don't give life, but you want to take life. You're happy to talk about it as if these people were animals. Even animals are not killed in that fashion. So, lawyer, once again, I want to say thank you very much, sir, for your action. Thank you so much, Lawyer Uri. May God bless you. May God bless the group. And Fabulem, we don't come to the end of another fabulous, fabulous program. This is now a big, big program for we people. And this is now a message of hope. And on that basis, I want to left now with the song, King Jimmy, I believe. Yeah, it was when the good times were rolling. King Jimmy, around the waterside. Lovely fish. We get them every day. The song is so profound, it's so deep. And on that basis, I want to end them because this is truly, really Sierra Leonean. And it cannot be any less, any better. Emel Wuri, lawyer, God bless you, sir. Take care, look after yourself. We will be back again pretty soon because we need to do follow-up. Good night.
No problem. Thank you.
Yes, Janet. Hello? Hello? Janet? All right, somebody may try for call. Can get hold of the person. So we miss several calls. But of course, people let me call from WhatsApp. We got about 7 missed calls from Freetown. Hello? 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 Not too bad, sir. Yourself?
Yes, please. Fine.
Not too bad. Who that is?
I'm fine.
Now who that is? Who this, please? Oh, Maturi. Maturi, are they live? Are they calling in 5 minutes? I just to wrap up the show. I'll call you in 5 minutes, yeah? You're live. Then they hear me and you. Okay, bye. Okay, people, I'm really sorry. Janet, if you try to call the program, I'll try calling you back. And I'm unable to get you, but it's not a problem. We go to the show now.
You gotta think about No. Hey, how are you? Okay, I tried calling in today endlessly and there's no chance. What was that about? Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, so the number that I have for you, hold on. Let me see if I can call you directly. Uh-huh. Hold on, yeah. 1 minute. Let me just see if I can call you directly. Okay, hold on. Which one is it to call you on now? Okay, hold on. Oh my God, okay. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, all right, okay. Well, the reason why I was calling, I wanted to say so the lawyer is still on, is that what you're saying? Yeah? Yes. Mm. Yeah. Of course, of course. Yeah. Okay. Well, the one I wanted to say was truly speaking, if the lawyer truly wants to see situation change in Sierra Leone, and if there is no political undertone, I think the first thing to do is to go to ECOWAS quickly and say, write a letter to ECOWAS, to AU, to the United Nations, to have them to intervene into the situation than to go to the ICC. Some of them will look at evidence before they will say, okay. But if you really want, if you think they're doing it for the people, you want to make sure that, you take all the steps. These are quick, get the ECOWAS involved, write to them and say, this is going on, we want you guys to intervene, go to the AU, write to United Nations. Those are the steps. I think anyone who is genuinely interested in the well-being of the people take. That's what I wanted to put in today. Prince, are you there? Hello? Oh, you hear me? Mm-mm. Hello? political undertone, and that's why you pursue the SFPP, then it will look like as if you're not doing this because you love the people, you're doing this because you have a political affiliation.
Well, if you were listening to him, this is something that he vehemently denied. He said a couple of times that he's got no. Well, you just asked the question and you say that he's not. So that means you've got evidence that he's not.
You see my point?
I'm following you. It's like you were asking a question out of the statement, and then suddenly now you're saying he is. So I'm asking, have you got evidence to the contrary that he is? Hello, Martha?
I'm assuming. I'm not saying he is. I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. If, I use the word if. If is to say that I am not sure. So I said if.
Yes, I got you saying if. So then after listening to all what you're saying, I decided to say what he did say in the program, on the program, many a times, because that did come across. So he did state it more than once, more than twice, that he's got no affiliation with any party, that he's not doing this for any party other than country and people. So we have to take him for his word as at this point, except if we've got evidence to the contrary.
Yes. No. It was the problem I was having was I wasn't properly, I couldn't hear very much.
Okay. Oh no, he did deny that a couple of times.
Yes, yeah, okay. So the whole point is I am making is that the quickest way, but that's what the teacher said. You tend to resolve a problem. Okay, the quickest way, really, truly speaking, is to start with those institutions.
Okay, Janet, yes. Can you hear me? Okay, let me say this much because the program has come to an end. Would you fancy a shot with the lawyer? You can take this off. I can be the moderator because you're raising very good points and there was nobody to directly take on him. Do you fancy something? What is it? Wednesday, Thursday? Do you fancy something this Friday evening? Friday coming?
Hello, Prince.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm saying you're raising very, very technical and critical points. So I'm saying, would you fancy a shot with the lawyer this Friday, as much as this Friday? So I can bring you and him on and I can be a moderator. Is that something you're interested in? I can pass the word over to him this evening.
Well, I don't mind being on the phone, but I don't want to be on the screen if you don't mind me doing that.
Oh, okay. Well, no worries at all. No, I don't mind at all. People for different reasons, we respect that. We respect people's views and their actions and the rest of it. Yeah. So it's not really a problem. But I will be bringing him back soon. On the second phase of the program, and I will let you know. Hopefully, we won't have technical problems as we've had today. Okay. But many thanks. I will convey these exact points, some of these points, because he did answer some of them regarding affiliation, which he denied very strongly. And like I'm saying, we have to give him the benefit of the doubt to say, okay, you don't belong, because actions of this nature by our psychology it seems like it's difficult for a neutral person to take that. But I would have done the same thing by the way, you're looking at how things are unfolding. There is cause for concern in the country, Janet. Would you agree?
What happened to Idike's period when we had the arbitrary arrest?
Like what? What was the arbitrary arrest? For example, Jason Sula was arrested, and a few other people were arrested for no apparent reason, and then the case was thrown out for whatever the reasons were, lack of evidence and stuff like that. Okay, well, would you, Janet, hang on. Janet, hang on. You seem to take a strong view on this, and the examples that you are giving, even though they are warranted, you are not equating it with what's happening now. And by asking the question, why? Hang on 1 minute, Janet. Let me make a point quickly, sister. Let me make a point quickly. And by asking the question, why didn't he take action then under EBK? Do you know what he was doing? Do you know whether he was a lawyer? Do you know how old is he? You have to consider all of this. You see, by going straight to that point, you are conflicting the issue because you've made judgments. You see where I'm coming from? Okay, Janet, let me call you. Let me close the program. I want to talk to you about this, but let me close the program. I'll call you. We can talk about this off camera. Okay. Okay then. Thanks. Bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was a sister. Trying to make a point. Of course, you can feel the passion. She feels strongly about it, and she's making a point. No. And these are the arguments that I like. I wish that she had come on when the brother was there, or if I was doing a monologue like we were beginning to do. That would have been a good, program, a good show. However, I will be talking to her off camera, and we'll see what we arrive at. But don't forget, there are many other programs that are coming your way soon. We are hoping to get Lawyer Kaloko. We are hoping to get the NRM, Sheridan, and others. What we do know this weekend, we are having Sarah the Great. Sarah the Great will be right here on this platform on Saturday. And we are having another brother, a powerful writer and speaker, Brother Ben Kanu. Okay? That will be on Sunday. So we are never short of programs. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I've kept your time enough, even my time. And everybody, stay safe, be fine, look after yourselves. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Around the water side, love the fish, we get them every day. Around the water side, love the fish, we get them every day. So if you wanna get, you're gonna fish, you better take a walk to the water side. So if you wanna get, you're gonna fish, you better take a walk to the water side. In the river,
We still got heavy number of people on the platform, and as usual, we want to keep it civil, so I'm asking people to log off because I don't want to have like over 50 people still watching and I log off, but the program is over. Please log off. I'm closing down now. Thank you so much. Love you all. Samuel Williams, telephone numbers, please, for evidence. Samuel, don't be lazy. Go on the platform and try to review all the messages, including the ones that you have been sending. You will see that the guest tonight has provided his contact, his website, his telephone number, and email is there. I'm going to get it later and put it on my Facebook page, on my Twitter page, on my LinkedIn page, so you can do a follow-up. Thank you very much.